Hi, welcome to the video. Today I'll be doing the 300 challenge and my ball review of the Storm Night Road. Pretty excited about this. It's a really great looking ball and it's from the always popular High Road series. Traditionally, I haven't been the biggest fan of hierarchy balls, so let's see if the Night Road can change that today. If you haven't seen these videos before, where have you been? Please watch some of the others, give it a like, let me know in the comments what you think, what other balls you want me to see do this kind of video with. The rules are pretty simple. I have to shoot 300, get 12 strikes in as few shots as possible. If I don't strike, I reset the frame, start over. But in the 10th frame, I have to get all 3 strikes in a row. So it's not the easiest, but if the Night Road's good, it'll probably make it look pretty easy. Enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Okay, first shot with the Night Road. Today I'm not quite sure what I'm balling on, but probably the closest thing we have to an American League house shot. So for you guys that ball league, this should be a pretty good comparison. Got that one into the oil a little bit, but still made it. So the Night Road is the cover from det er den ikke. Okay, so that one goes in the outtakes. But yeah, the Night Road is a combination of the cover from the Dark Code with the High Road cores. So it's a hierarchy symmetrical core, not the strongest core in the market, but as you all know, the High Roads have been very, very popular. And with the Night Road or the Dark Code cover, it is a little bit stronger cover than on the High Road or High Road Pearl. All right, 3 for 3. So again, it's a fairly strong cover with a hierarchy core. The cover is fairly clean for a stronger cover, but with the core being a little weaker, being hierarchy, it really wants to push the Night Road down the lane. It's really clean. It is, I wouldn't say it's super angular or super quick response time, but it is a quicker response time ball. Oh. Got a little lucky on that one. So the Night Road to me seems like a little bit stronger version of a High Road Pearl. It's still clean, it still has that strong back end, a lot of continuation, but it does seem like the cover wants to pick up a little sooner than on the High Road or High Road Pearl, which I think is a good thing. Especially since we ball on more and more oil, so you need that a little bit stronger cover. Shot the 10 pin. So again, it feels like a High Road Pearl on steroids, basically. That little stronger cover makes it pick up in the oil a little bit easier, which is a good thing because usually I'm not a big fan of hierarchy balls, just simply because I don't have an issue getting the ball down lane. So the little stronger cover on this helps me out a lot. As you can see, there's quite a bit of room. Pretty much a house shot, so there should be. When I get it to the right, it wants to really pick up. When I get it in the oil, it wants to really lay off. So right now it's looking pretty good. Really good house shot ball, it seems, with the Night Road, which kind of would expect from a High Road series ball. Got it one a little further right, but okay, house shot. So watching the Night Road go down the lane and kind of putting it in my arsenal, I definitely feel it would be a step down from a lot of the other shiny balls I use, like a Zen or a RST-X2, because the core is a little bit weaker, a little higher RG. So it probably, for me, it's probably a little more of a niche ball that I would use if I'm bowling on some really high friction. But it does fit a spot in my bag and a little different motion that gives me something a little more unique than the lower RG balls, like a Zen, for instance. Oh. I see why people shoot 300 in a house shot all the time. It's pretty easy. But yeah, again, you can tell Night Road is pretty clean, gets through the front easily, but the stronger cover also helps it pick up in the mid lane just a little bit more than you would expect from a high road or a high road curl. It has that strong, very, very continuous backhand, which makes it go through the pins really, really well. So if there's enough friction, this ball is really, really good, but it's not something you would pull out on the fresh or on a really tough shot. Early on in the block, you have to wait until there's a certain amount of friction built up. Alright, that was a pretty good shot, but that's 9 for 9 for the Night Road, so pretty good start. Like, as you can tell, it's pretty good. It actually blends out the wet and the dry pretty well, and I think that's because of the stronger cover, because that's something I've seen with a lot of higher RG balls normally, is they tend to get a little over-under for me, and the Night Road seems to blend that out pretty well. So now it's time for the 10th frame. As you know, the rules are I have to get all 3 strikes in a row. So yeah, here we go. Alright, first miss. Gotta start over, that's okay. Ooh. Got that trip 4. So it might be breaking down just a little bit. The flat 10 kind of hooked early and stopped. That one, I got it further right and it overhooked a little bit, so I might have to make a little bit of a move. But yeah, it still looks pretty good with the Night Road. Alright, there was a 1 board move. Made sure I got it off my hand a little cleaner, a little more speed, and it stayed on line. So 1 more shot and I can be done. So that's 12 strikes in 13 shots. New record for the channel with the Night Road. Pretty impressive. Definitely also helped that I'm bowling on a house shot, a little easier than what I normally bowl on, but you can really tell that the Night Road blends out the wet and the dry pretty well for a weaker ball, and it definitely has a spot in my bag when there's a little more defined friction, more friction than on a lot of the longer patterns we usually bowl on. So I think it's for me it's probably more of a niche ball, fitting in between something like or fitting underneath my Zen probably. So it's not a ball I'm gonna throw all the time, but when my Zen or my Idle Cosmos or those balls won't go through the pins, I'm pretty sure the Night Road will, and it'll give me a different motion and something quite unique. So really good ball if you're bowling on house shots or bowling on a lot of friction. Definitely want to check it out, especially if you're a fan of the High Road series, but you feel like the High Road or the High Road Curl is a little bit too weak nowadays. You should go check out the Night Road. But thanks for watching. 12 strikes and 13 shots is pretty impressive for the Night Road. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and go watch our other videos. They'll be somewhere on the screen here.